Last year, some of the biggest names in music played the Rose Bowl. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Rihanna, I've been told I don't say that name right, but
you
Riri, Eminem, and One Direction. But not all residents were happy having the stars in their backyard. Rose Bowl Operating Company CEO and General Manager is here to tell us how he's going to top last year. Darryl Dunn is joining us. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, how do you work with residents when you have, like, these big acts, which is very exciting to have right here at the Rose Bowl, but it's so close to home for people?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the Rose Bowls, very, very few stadiums are located in the middle of a residential area.
A beautiful residential area.
Yeah, no, it is, absolutely. And our setting actually is one of the great strengths of our stadium. But, we've met with the residents. We meet every month. We met with them for about 10 years. So, we have a saying around the Rose Bowl is, the first commandment is, thou shalt not surprise. So, we communicate, let people know what's going on. We know when we have events, we impact people, but we just try to do the best we can to minimize that. I think for the most part, people who live around the Rose Bowl also, they want to see the Rose Bowl succeed. They don't want to be impacted unduly. So there's a balance, and certainly we don't get it right every time. But we try to work with them as best we can to make it all work out.
I'm curious because it seems like there are more events happening at the Rose Bowl, and with the possibility of an NFL team coming and possibly using the Rose Bowl before a big stadium is built, the traffic in that area is awful. I've been to Bruins football games, and I can't imagine living there. So I'm curious, is part of the renovation, is anything happening that's going to ease some of that traffic congestion in the area, make it easier for residents to get in and out?
Sure. Well, I mean, again, no one likes traffic.
Nobody does.
It's universal.
Fun, yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're a fan, you're trying to get to the game, or if you're a resident and people stuck trying to get down into the arroyo. So we do a lot to try to improve it as best we possibly can. In terms to answer your question, the renovation was stadium specific. In the Arroyo and the Rose Bowl, we're not looking to widen roads.
So there's no idea of eminent domain to make it more feasible?
Certainly not that, but what we do is really trying to focus and improve the public transportation aspect. The shuttling, the Gold Line, people taking the metro up to the Memorial Park Station, walk over, and then take the shuttle. So that part actually has been improving and increasing over the years. We do a lot of events, pre-events to try to get people early, just so we stagger the crowd out. And so that's a continual struggle, but one that we know is a very high priority for everybody.
Well, let's talk some turkey now also. The renovation went over budget. What are your plans to pay back the money?
Well, $60 million, correct?
Well, what happened actually, we didn't do some of the projects initially we expected to do. So we ended up going over the money. We did end up going over, but we have a private fundraising campaign that was working, Rose Bowl Legacy, and that's raised about $14 million so far. And also, what's happened, fortunately, is our revenues the past few years have gone higher than we originally anticipated. So, all the money that has been spent on the Rose Bowl has been Rose Bowl Operating Company dollars. We haven't used any general fund money. We have a long-term pro forma. We don't intend to use any general fund money. So, we're sort of, we hunt, and if we can't afford something, then we just don't do it.
Or you just invite Riri back on and have her do some big concerts, huh?
Well,
what's to expect this year with the big concerts?
Well, this year, the biggest show we're having is Kenny Chesney. His country show.
Country wrestling.
Yep, his first country show ever to play at the Rose Bowl, which is real excited about, July 25th.
All right, well, we're excited to hear who else is in store coming into the Rose Bowl. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right. Okay. Well, many of you out there love all the Spanish colonial homes in the area, and if you're curious about what's inside, you'll soon get a chance to snoop around.
That's right, Sunita, Riri Sunita.
Yeah.
You can take a peek inside some of the houses through Pasadena Heritage Spring Home Tour, and Lee Cuellar tells us all about it in the CCN Sunrise, say that fast, CCN Sunrise, Your Home segment, and that's coming up next.
There we go.